what if the unthinkable happened? What if two of the most powerful nations on Earth, America and Russia, stopped posturing, stopped threatening, and finally went to war? Not a proxy conflict, not another Cold War, but an actual, brutal, all-out war. It's a question that lingers quietly in the background of history, like a storm on the horizon that never quite arrives. But what if, one day, it did? The United States of America. A sprawling superpower with unmatched global reach. 11 aircraft carriers. Over 800 military bases overseas. A defense budget so massive, it outpaces the next 10 countries combined. Then there's Russia. Smaller in spending, but never to be underestimated. It commands the largest stockpile of nuclear weapons on Earth. It's battle-hardened from years of conflict in Syria, Ukraine, and Chechnya. And in war, it fights differently, with an instinct for deception and a taste for chaos. But wars, real wars, aren't fought on spreadsheets. They're fought in cities, on frozen roads, in the minds of soldiers who miss their children, in the quiet moments before a drone strike hits a village that had nothing to do with this. And when two nuclear nations square off, victory becomes a dangerous illusion. Between the US and Russia, there are over 11,000 nuclear warheads, each one capable of erasing a city in seconds. It's called mutually assured destruction, a doctrine so terrifying, it's worked so far. But what happens when diplomacy breaks down? When words fail and fear takes the wheel? In 1983, a Soviet officer named Stanislav Petrov saw warnings of an incoming US missile attack. He held off, didn't fire back. Turns out, the system had malfunctioned. Stanislav may have saved the world, and almost no one knows his name. America has global logistics, satellite dominance, unmatched air power. But Russia has terrain, and proximity, and cold. Ask Napoleon, ask Hitler. Invading Russia has never gone well. Fighting Russia inside Russia is like fighting a bear in its own cave, in the winter. War isn't just fought with bullets anymore. It's fought with bandwidth and belief. Cyber warfare, disinformation, psychological games. Russia knows this game well. It's not just about hacking computers, it's about hacking reality. In a small village outside Kiev, I once met an old man named Ivan. He remembered the war. Not the one on television, the real one. He told me something I've never forgotten. When the big countries fight, he said, it's always the little people who bleed. If America and Russia went to war, there would be no winner, only survivors, and even they would carry the scars forever. Maybe the better question isn't who would win. Maybe it's how do we never let this happen? Because every weapon is a promise, and every war is a failure to keep peace. The world we've built is fragile, held together by wires, by treaties, by faith. And if that ever breaks, it won't matter who wins, only what remains.